Hello friends, in this video we are going to discuss the Microsoft Excel function sum. Now to understand this function, we have this data in which we have details of 5 villages in terms of population of male and female in that village. Here we will learn that how the sum function works in this kind of data. Now sum function mainly utilized to add various numbers in a range. It might be in the row or in the column. So simply for that purpose, we need to type sum, press tab, select all the numbers in the range that we want to add, complete the parenthesis and press enter. So eventually it will give us total of all the numbers in that range. Another way to do this sum is go into this formula ribbon, select auto sum and sum in that. It will automatically detect that what might be the most probable range that you want to sum up, and it will give suggestion based on that. And if it is correct, we just need to press enter and eventually it will give total of the population or all the numbers in that range automatically. Now one benefit of using this sum in place of just adding manually is that if we add any row in between, suppose I add a row here and I add another village here, suppose O, and I am just adding the population of males, it will automatically take the sum of that. So the formula itself adjusts the range automatically when you add or remove the row or column within that range. But we need to take care that we cannot add a row above the first row in that range. Suppose I add a row here, add another village here, suppose J, and add a population, it will not get added in that formula, it will show error, right? So in that case we can select this update formula to include the cell. So it will immediately get updated and will add the cell to add up in that range. So that's the function of sum, to simply add up into the data. The next use of this sum formula is to sum multiple ranges. You can sum both these ranges together in the single formula. Suppose I want to add up both this range of male and female in this cell, we can simply type sum, select this first range, press comma, select the second range and press enter. So it will automatically add up both these ranges to the total. So it is much simpler when you want to add multiple ranges in different columns or different rows. Next, we can use this sum formula to get the percentage of any data out of the total calculated data. Suppose I want to have percentage of this total male population out of total population of all the village, then I can simply do it by sum this numbers divided by, I want to divide it by the whole population. So I can directly take the data from here, or manually I can go like this, sum the first range and the second range, complete the parenthesis and press enter, and eventually I can convert it into the percentage. So it will give me the percentage of male population out of the total population of all the 5 villages. Individually, if I want to calculate percentage of male, suppose in that village, specific village only, then I can go like this, select the male population divided by sum total of both male and female in that village and press enter and convert it into the percentage. So it will give me percentage population of male, right? So that's the simple function that we can have with sum formula. Now to understand the other uses of sum formula, we are moving to the next table and the data set, in which we have data of daily cases and daily test of COVID positive cases. Here we have COVID positive cases on daily basis, as well as daily testing data, that how many tests are being done to detect those cases. We can use some formula or some function to have running total. Running total means cumulative number of cases up to that specific date. Suppose here on the first date, that is on 23rd, we had 2 cases, and on 24th we had 4 cases. So total by 24th of March we had total 6 cases. Similarly, by 25th March we had total 12 plus 4 plus 2, that is 18 cases. So that's the running total that we can calculate with the function of sum. Here we can simply type sum, select the range, select the data, colon, again the same cell, that is B2 to B2. Then we will fix this first cell by pressing F4 or function 4 key, complete the parenthesis and press enter. Then we drag this formula into all the cells. Now what is happening here? The first cell which we have fixed would not change. The B2 would remain B2. But the second cell in that range, it will change as the formula is being dragged into different cells. So now what is being done by that function is, it is changing the range as we drag the formula. Here the range is of these 4 cells. Similarly, here the range changes to this first 7 cells. So that eventually gives us cumulative total or running total of all the cases till that specific date. So that's the another use of using sum function. Another calculation that we can do here is, we can get percentage of positive cases out of daily test. Now here we are not using the sum formula, but this is mainly to understand that how we can calculate this rolling 5 days average positive rate. First we will calculate simple positive rate, for which we will just divide the total number of cases of that day by daily test and press enter. So it will have the percentage of positives out of total tests for that specific day, and we drag it down. So it will display daily, on the daily basis, what is the proportion of positive. Now to calculate the rolling 5 days average, we cannot simply take average of this 5 days positivity rate, because it will be technically wrong. If we take just 5 days average, it would be different for the actual 5 days rolling averages. Suppose I take simple average of this, it will be calculated like this. But technically it is wrong, because we are taking just average of this positivity rate. We are not considering here that the number of daily cases and number of daily tests is being changed on daily basis. So for that we need to have a different formula that is based on sum function. Here we can have sum last 5 days cases divided by sum of last 5 days test. When we press enter, it will give us rolling 5 days average of positive rate. So we have taken last 5 days data. If suppose we want to have rolling 7 days average, we need to take last 7 days data. So here the range would shift to next 5 days when we drag it down. Here what was happening here is, it was not shifting. The first cell was fixed and the last cell of the range was changing. So the range was getting extended to the next cell every time we drag it. But here the range is also shifting downwards. So the first cell as well as last cell would be changing, as we have not fixed the first cell in that range. So it will give us the rolling 5-day average instead of this cumulative data. So it will not give us cumulative average. If we want to calculate the cumulative average, we can fix that range here. We can simply put equal to sum, select this cell, colon, fix the first cell here, complete the parenthesis, divided by sum, first cell, colon, fix the first cell in that range by function for, complete the parenthesis and press enter. After that we can simply convert that number into percentage, fix the decimals and drag it down. So now it is giving us the cumulative percentage, means suppose we are taking cumulative percentage on day 2nd of April, then it will make total of all these cases up to that date and divide it by total number of tests till that date. So it's a cumulative percentage, and here it is rolling 5 days average positivity rate. So the use of both these averages are different. So that's all for the day. Hope you like this video and you got to know various new things regarding this sum function. If you like it, press the like button and share the video. Kindly subscribe the channel and press the bell icon to get daily update of these videos whenever it's get uploaded. Thank you.